And the great thing about Mario Kart is you can put it down when you get a bit bored of it. But then the next time you're bored, in a week or so, you can just pick it up and do a quick race, quick Grand Prix, and it'll still be as fun as it was, back when you were playing it every day.
Wait. Oh, stop interrupting me. We've not got to that bit yet. First, welcome to Stream It. This is the Film and TV podcast full of things for you to watch. I'm Connor, and in this week's episode, we're travelling back in time, looking at the films that came out this week. Yes, this actual week, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and even 50 years ago. Here's my speedy rundown of what's coming up in today's show. So we have a look back at what movies were in the cinema 10, 20, 30, all the way back to 50 years ago. And Pete from Mega Mag is here to give us his 3 best Switch games. Really excited for that. So grab your popcorn and get comfy. This is Fun Kids Stream It. So I've got something really cool to share with you. I've managed to find this awesome TV remote that rewinds time. Yeah, it's super duper cool. So I thought we should go and explore what we would have been seeing in the cinemas in the years gone by. First up, let's rewind 10 years and have a look at 2013. Hold on, let me just put it in the remote. 2013. Oh, okay, so here we go. In cinemas in 2013, a certain recognisable duo were off to university to learn how to be successful monsters.
Since the very first bedtime, all around the world, children have known there are monsters hiding in their closets. But what they don't know is those monsters weren't always so scary.
My pony made the dean's list.
They had to go to college first.
Monsters University, what an awesome film. Aren't they so cool when they're competing against the other teams in the scare games with all their tricks? If you haven't watched Monsters University, it's been out for 10 years and you've got to watch it. It's so good. It's even on Disney Plus for you right now. Wow, I think we've got to rewind time even further. How about 20 years ago, 2003? Hold on, let me get the remote. 2003. Oh, this is a good year for film. Not only did Pixar release Finding Nemo, one of my absolute faves, but Disney released the remake of this awesome film.
Look at me. I know, we seem to be inside each other.
Old.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I'm like the Crypt Keeper.
Okay, that's enough.
I want my body back.
And I don't want mine. My wedding's tomorrow. Oh my God, my wedding's tomorrow.
I can't marry Ryan. Ew.
Okay.
Freaky Friday, I literally watched it the other day. It's so good. The amazing body swapping movie with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, 2 amazing actresses. Imagine swapping bodies with your parents and having to live their lives. Ugh. Right, I think we've got to go back even further. This is really cool. 30 years sounds about right. So, 1993, I think that'll be. Okay, let's enter it. 1993. Oh, and of course we have hit an absolute classic. In 1993, this dinosaur classic was in cinemas.
There it is. Welcome to Jurassic Park. We've made living biological attractions so astounding that they'll capture the imagination of the entire planet.
The most phenomenal discovery of our time.
How'd you do this?
Becomes the greatest adventure of all time.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
Yeah, you know it, Jurassic Park, an epic movie that is still one of my faves today. So good, and the Jurassic Park franchise is one of my absolute best. 30 years later, and it's still a huge hit, with movies such as Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous being based off of the original. I wonder if 1983 will have any good movies for us. Shall we go back? Okay, 1983. Oh, where are we going? No way! It's Pink Panther.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the 11th Precinct of the New York City Police Department,
Detective Sergeant Clifton Slay. Is that slay as in kill?
No, it's sleigh as in one horse open.
Released in August 1983. 40 years ago, this movie had the catchiest intro music. Pink Panther is full of detectives trying to solve crimes, but instead, they are just constantly falling over. Yeah, literally, it's so funny. You've got to watch it. Your parents would probably love watching it too. Okay, final stop. 50 years ago. Wow, 1973. 1, 9, 7, 3, let's go! Who would have guessed that 50 years ago Disney's Robin Hood was released? You can still watch it on Disney Plus now. That is crazy. It just shows how good it is.
You know something, Robin? I was just wondering. Are we good guys or bad guys? You know, I mean, are robbing the rich to feed the poor?
Rob? That's a naughty word. We never rob. We just sort of borrow a bit from those who can afford it.
So at the time, Robin Hood was Disney's biggest hit at the box office, making a whopping $9.5 million. Oh, what a film. I think we better head back to the present, don't you? Pete will be waiting for us. Wait there, Pete, wait there. Right, that's better. Better keep that remote safe for the next time. Wow, we went right back in time to 1973. Maybe next time we'll go even further back. Just maybe. Now I need to be in the present day because my mate Pete is here from Mega Mag, and Pete is going to be telling us, well, hold on, if you're a big Switch fan, this is for you, because Pete has got some great recommendations for you. Pete!
Hey, Con, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going really, really good. Now, what are we talking about? Is it something that I'm going to absolutely love? I'm sure it is.
Oh, you're going to love it. You're a Nintendo Switch addict. You'll love it. It's my 5 favourite Nintendo Switch games, the essentials.
Oh, okay. Right. There's a few in my head that I am really, really, really hoping that you are going to say. I'm sorry, but if you don't say some of them, you may not be welcome back, Pete. Sorry.
I get final say on this, actually, Con. I'm the Nintendo Switch know-it-all, so I get final say.
Right, Pete, you have the final say. Well, let's start. What's your first one?
In at number 5, we got Mario Kart 8, Mario's best ever game. I'm sorry. I know he's got a ton of games, but Mario Kart 8 is just perfection. Best racing game going.
He's absolutely fantastic. It was actually the first game that I ever got on Switch as well. I feel like when you buy a Nintendo Switch, you just go and buy Mario Kart with it. And the new maps that recently come out as well, like the new laps, are great.
Exactly. Like the game's just got even bigger. It's like doubled in size pretty much. And the great thing about Mario Kart is you can put it down when you get a bit bored of it. But then the next time you're bored, in a week or so, you can just pick it up and do a quick race, quick Grand Prix, and it'll still be as fun as it was, back when you were playing it every day. It's awesome.
Exactly. You can play it with all the family as well. So in at 5, are you putting that as your 5th most essential Nintendo Switch game? Mario Kart is at 5. Oh, wow. If you've put that at 5, I'm interested to see the next 4. Right, who's at 4?
All right, in at 4. This one could have been 5, to be fair. We got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Best Pokemon game in years. Absolutely massive. Lots going on. Loved it.
I think as well, we're not going to say much more on that because I agree. It is a fantastic game. And the only thing that I know Pete will agree that we can say is go play it.
Yeah, that's it. Like if you love Pokemon or if you liked it and you got bored of it or you know nothing about it, wherever you're at with your Pokemon journey, check this out. You'll be back on board.
In at 4, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In at 3?
In at 3 is a bit of a curveball for you. It's a little game which not many people know about. It's called Wargroove.
Oh, I've heard about Wargroove. In at 3, really? Is it that good?
3. I could not put this game down when I discovered it. It's basically it's a game where you take turns to command your troops and move them around a battlefield in a big battle. And as you move around the battlefield, you conquer buildings, and that gives you money to buy more troops and send them onto the battlefield. And it's so tactical. It's like chess, but really, really cool. I love it.
Oh, okay. Well, it must be good because if you've put Wargroove above Mario Kart and that Pokemon game too, then it must be good. So we must check that out. That is Wargroove at 3. And now we're entering the good bit. We are entering the top 2. I'm excited for number 1. Who's at 2?
In at 2 is one of my all-time favorites, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, what a game. What a game. Do you know, this is one of the games when I just cannot put it down. It is just continuous playing. Why do you love it so much?
I mean, you've got I don't even know how many characters you got, 70, 80, I can't remember because they're always adding more, and every single one fights differently. So if you get bored of one character, you can just pick up another character and it's a completely different game. You know, it's either way harder, way easier. Maybe you fight in a completely different style. It's just never ending ways to play this game.
Yeah, I agree. It's never ending as well. It's such a fantastic game. Now, Pete, you are the expert. We are completely trusting you and we are completely listening to who you think is going to be number one. So let's make it a good one. Who is taking the crown for you? Okay,
the official best game on Nintendo Switch is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've said it. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm absolutely... For me, it's really, really tight at the top between that and Mario Odyssey.
So Odyssey was 100% in my top 10. I loved completing Odyssey. But Breath of the Wild, I think I played that for like 250 hours or something crazy like that because the map was just so massive and mysterious. I had to explore every single corner of the map, get every single weapon, fight every bad guy. It's just so much to do. I just couldn't put that game down.
Yeah, I agree. That is definitely number one for me as well. It's a fantastic game. And also as well, we've got the new one out that you can go check out too.
That's it. And the only reason I didn't put that in at number one is because I've still not completed it. You know, it's been out for a while and it's that big. I can't complete it. It's going to take me years to complete it. So I thought I'm going to put down Breath of the Wild just because I know that inside out. It deserves to be number one. But yeah, if you've played Breath of the Wild and you haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, check it out. It's more of the same.
I agree. Breath of the Wild definitely in at 1. So let's have a quick recap. At 5, Pete.
We've got Mario Kart 8.
At 4.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
At 3.
Wargroove.
At 2.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
And at 1.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
There we go. Your Christmas list is sorted. There we go. Pete, thanks so much. And I have to say, I totally agree with you. I think that is 5 fantastic games. Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Con. Anytime.
What an episode. I feel really worn out. We've travelled loads. So that's all we've got time for on this week's episode of Stream It. If you enjoyed the episode, give us a follow so you don't miss future episodes and rate the podcast 5 stars too. I'm Connor and Stream It is made by Fun Kids, the UK's children's radio station. And this episode was produced and edited by Hebe Lawson. If you want to get involved with episodes in the future, head over to funkidslive.com/stream it and see how you can hear your voice on the pod. Oh, and by the way, go tell all your friends. You just went all the way back to 1973. See ya.